guys, it's Emma here. So today I'm going to be doing another homeschool video, and today I'm going to be telling you about homeschool resources and exams and qualifications that you can take as a homeschooler, because if you did not know that I'm homeschooled, and I will link all my other homeschool videos in the description box if you want to go and check those out as well. But let's get started. So before I get started this video, I just want to say that most of these resources and exams, they mainly relate to UK people. So if you do live in America, you probably want to do your own research on what to do, but if you are living in UK, then keep watching. So I know all these resources because I have been homeschooled for quite a while now. I've been homeschooled for about 3 years, and I've done loads of these resources, and I was in primary, but now I'm in secondary. I think I'm in year 7 now, so that's quite exciting. But let's continue on with the video. So most of these resources here you do have to pay for, but there are 2 of the resources that you don't, and I will tell them to you now, and then I'll move on to the ones you have to pay for. So the first one is Khan Academy. I actually really like Khan Academy. You can get it on a laptop and a phone, so there's an app. Khan Academy is really good. They mainly focus on all the basic school stuff, so maths, English, science, and it's just really good, so you can do your own research if you want to have a bit more of in depth. But I definitely recommend that because it's totally free, and it's just really handy to a homeschooler because there are loads of videos of these like teachers on how to do maths, and it's a really good resource if you are homeschooled. So the second free one is BBC Bitesize. This is a really good resource, and it's one of my favorites. You can have different key stage, so you can have key stage 1, key stage 2, key stage 3. You can move from primary to secondary to college. It's really good, and there's loads of different resources. You can take mini courses, and it's overall just amazing, and it's completely free. And if you do have a TV license, you can watch all the iPlayer videos. We don't have one, so we don't watch those videos, but if you do have one, it's really great for that. So I definitely recommend that because it's really good for the curriculum to work towards it. It's just really good. So moving on to the ones you have to pay for, the first one is Doodle Maths. Doodle Maths is really good, and you can get it on an app. I don't think you can get it online, but you can get it on an app. It's really good because it tracks your progress, so if you're really struggling with maths, then it kind of helps you along a little bit, or if you're like really good at it, it kind of like pushes you, like, here's another harder one. So Doodle Maths is really great for that. You do have to pay for it, but it is definitely worth it. And all these ones I'm explaining, I've done them all, and I've generally stayed on them for about a year because I like different changes, but definitely all these ones I'm telling you I definitely recommend them. So the next one is Literacy Planner. I actually heard this from another homeschool friend I was friends with. This is more about the English side and less about the maths. It works on your spelling and your writing and your grammar. This one's definitely really good, and again I stayed on it for about a year, so I definitely recommend you have a look at this because it is really good. And all the ones again I'm mentioning you do have to pay for, but it definitely is worth it because they are really great. Also, if you're not sure about them and you want to test them out with your kids, most of these ones do give you a free trial, so you can test it out for like a week or something and then see if it's for you, and if it's not, that's absolutely fine. But most of these ones is really good, and I definitely recommend them. So the next one, this is one of the first online homeschool things I did, is Nessie. Nessie is amazing. I love Nessie. I stayed on, this is like when I first started homeschooling, I did Nessie. It kind of focuses around, again, it mainly focuses on a little bit of maths, English and grammar and just all that kind of stuff. So it's really fun, and it's really good for kids and homeschoolers because it's also for dyslexic kids, because I'm dyslexic and ADHD, and this was really good for me because it goes at your own pace and you can choose different levels, and it's just really great. So I definitely recommend that you check this out because it's just one of my favorite resources. The next one is Edplay. I actually haven't tried this one, but it does cover maths, English and science, and I've heard it is really great, and you guys could check it out if you want. And again, I'll put all the links to these resources in the subscription. If you do try it, let me know on my social medias what you think of it, because I may try it. But yeah, so next one is Twinkle. Twinkle is a website that gives you loads of worksheets and banners and things for your kids that you print out and your kids can do. We did Twinkle probably for about, again, a year, and also schools do it. Twinkle is okay, but it does get pretty pricey when you have to pay for the subscription, and then you have to pay for all the ink and everything that when you print it out. So if you do like printing things out, and your kids like writing on paper, this is definitely a really good thing for your kids. But if you want to stay on a budget, then maybe move away from this and have a look at something else. But Twinkle definitely is really great, and I definitely recommend it. So I also just want to say a quick thing, that if the camera's moving quite a lot and you keep hearing these bangings, it's just because we're going through a bit of a storm at the moment and the boat keeps banging around. So I do apologise for that. Also, my leg's slightly kicking the tripod, so I do apologise for that. But let's go on with the video. Also, with all the paid resources, they do generally give you a home ed discount. I know Nessie does, and I think we got that one. And there are loads of pages that you can, Facebook pages, that they get certain discounts and you can sign up for those. So I definitely recommend you go and check those out, because it is actually really handy to save some money. So the last one is, I did this actually when I was in school, but you can do this as homeschool as well, is Tutoring. Tutoring is actually really good, and I did it for probably about a few months, maybe 6 months, while I was still in school. But if you are homeschooled as well and you want your kids to have a bit of extra, Tutoring is definitely really great, and my tutor was really fun, and it's actually how I found about Nessie, because they did Nessie and it was just really fun. So I definitely recommend you go and check out some Tutoring if you want your kids to have a bit of extra in school, or if you're homeschooled as well. But yeah, when you're homeschooled, it's your parents' responsibility to pay and organise for your exams. So what you have to do is find an exam centre where you can pay to take your exams, often in private schools or colleges, and then find out what exam boards they cover. Get the appropriate workbooks to cover those exams. Some exams are harder to take as a homeschooler because of coursework or practical exams. Some are more suited for GCSE. You can find more information on the homeschool groups. The parents are happy to give some advice out, because generally some of these people have been doing it for like years. So I definitely recommend you go on those Facebook pages, because it is always really handy to get some advice. The option is going to college early to take the exams. You can start going to college early, about 14 to 15 years old. So we do really recommend you join some homeschool Facebook pages. They are mostly closed, so you do have to either say you're considering homeschooling or you are homeschooling, but they're really friendly and they're always happy to give out some advice. There are also specific homeschool groups, especially for exams and GCSEs. So if your kid's older and you're thinking about GCSEs, then you can join those groups. But I definitely recommend you check out those Facebook pages, because it always is really handy to get some extra advice to make sure you're doing the right thing. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope you liked hearing more about homeschool resources, and I hope you check these out, because they are really great, paid or free. They are just all great for your kids to start homeschooling, and I definitely recommend you go and check out Nessie, because it is really good. And again, you can get homeschool discounts, which is also a really big plus for staying on a budget. But yeah, so don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I do video, and comment on my social medias, my Patreon and my Gmail, thenarrowboatgirl@gmail.com, if you have any suggestions for me. So yeah, see you later, bye.